Fremantle just had the biggest win that their club has had in years, and it's because of this one very specific change. Let's have a look. So this is in the third quarter where Collingwood dominated field position, and anytime Fremantle got the football in this position off the half-back line, deep in their defensive 50, they were forced to kick the ball up the line. And when I say forced, I am talking about Collingwood's set up to defend the middle of the ground, but also the way that Fremantle set up. So see, when this ball comes into this contest, look at the amount of Fremantle players that are set up for this kick long up the line. And that means you can't go through the middle because you don't have options there. But also, even if you win the contest on the wing, you can't then transition the football into the middle of the ground because all of your players are set up on the boundary. But then they changed things, and that's what won them the game. Look at this setup. So now you have your receiving players angling towards the middle of the ground so that when Jordan Clark looks up, now he can take this kick into the middle of the ground. Why do you want to be able to do that? Not only because if you mark that, now you have so many options with the football. It's also, even if the ball comes to a stoppage, even if the ball comes to a contest, now your players are actually set up in the middle of the ground to receive the football, like Hayden Young, through the middle of the ground. So now you can transition the football. Look at the Fremantle setup through the middle of the ground here. They're actually creating the options through the middle, which they weren't doing earlier. And as soon as you can bite that kickoff, like Fremantle were able to, now you can get really good one-on-one positions inside your forward 50. But this all comes from their willingness to set up through the middle of the ground, because if they had set up on the boundary side, now they don't have those options. And it's that slight shift in their ball movement that won them this game.